Hey guys! Hey guys, we're back with another video. Today we're going to take a look at some stuff from Wild West Exodus. We've got the Gunfight at Red Oak starter set here. We're going to take a look at the Gubbins and Rules in another video. And then we've got a Fortune Chips and Dice pack that we'll look at as the last video we put together today. Now this is the Gunfight at Red Oak 2-player starter set. It's got a force for the Law Dogs and it's got a force for the Outlaws. Let's go ahead and crack the box and see what's inside. Give a second to get the plastic off. Hopefully the camera doesn't tip. Oh, come on, plastic, you can do this. Work with us. Now, this is part of the big, giant expansion of this that we picked up at Gen Con. Thanks, guys. And we'll do more starter set unboxings in the next couple of days as we take a look at videos. And we'll probably try and put those out every, once a week, maybe a little more frequently. And then, we got a giant box of stuff coming from Miniature Market. Included in that is the Army Painter Super Mega Deluxe paint set that's supposed to release sometime next month. Now what that's going to do is it's going to give us a paint canvas to work to do all the stuff that we want to do for Wild West Exodus, so we have a unified paint theme. Now this box does contain Jesse James, Frank James, Wyatt Earp, Doc Holliday. We've got a Ranger Interceptor, a Frontier Outrider, 2 K9 Gun Dogs, and 2 K9, oh I'm sorry, those are the Gun Dogs. Those are the Attack Dogs. One has a giant mounted cannon, the other one just bites you really hard in the face. Also included are the rule book, some dice, both card decks, the tokens, condition markers, and an 8-inch ruler. Now, like most miniature games, none of the stuff in here is painted, so we have to start over. We have to do that from the beginning, as soon as I figure out how to get the box open. It's going to be a good day at the office, guys. Okay. First, I love these boxes. I love this box design. So, we've got the Wild West Exodus logo. We've got Wild West Exodus. And the box pulls open. Okay. Now, one of my favorite people in the universe, Terry Latorco, said that this plastic reminds her a lot of about 2003-2004 era Games Workshop plastic kits, and I kind of agree with her. Take a look at the sprues. Here's a sprue that looks like it has parts for Doc. It looks like it has parts for just about everybody on it. The bikes, all the parts for that are on here. Okay, and then we've got these look like the Gun Dogs. It's evidenced by the cannons and the missile launcher and the various other things. Here is the Attack Dogs. They're just going to walk up and bite you in the face. We've got bases for everything. 4 dice. The stat cards. And we'll go over these in another video that we do. But here's the Theme Posse cards. The actual cards for Wyatt, Jesse, Frank, everybody else are in here as well. And in the armory cards for the factions, which, again, we'll take a look at the cards in detail in another video. We've got our big, giant Template of Doom. We've got our action and adventure card decks, and I will go over these in a video, I promise. We've got some excellent advertisements for the Wild West Exodus, including, the other thing I really enjoy about this game is that you can download all of the rules, the unit cards, the rule book, everything can be found on the Wild West Exodus site. The actual site for the latest rulebook is right here, the unit cards is right there, and you can check out their entire range of stuff, which makes it really easy to get into the game, because if you want to test out a faction, you can just go grab the cards, play with the models you have, and see if it's something you want to go dive into. We've got a rulebook, which this is not a bad rulebook for a game this size, and again, it's a skirmish game designed to be played with small groups of miniatures. This starter set's a lot of fun. There's an excellent series from our friends over at the Battlehammer and from the guys over at Mini Wargaming, where they have played out of the Gunfight at Red Oak box and had a blast with it. Okay, the last thing we have in this box is our tokens and rulers. So we've got our hazard tokens, stunned, hunkered, disordered, on lookout, and then we've got an 8-inch ruler as promised in the box. And that is the starter set for Gunfight at Red Oak. Now this was $44, but I bought it at Gen Con, so I don't know what it's going to run you at your local retail store, if you can find one. There are places online that sell them. You can get them directly from Warcradle Studios, if you like. They may take a little while to get here because they're shipping all the way from England. But that's the Wild West Exodus starter set Gunfight at Red Oak. Now, as soon as I get that paint kit in, I will actually start putting these together, and we might actually see a game with them. You guys have fun. Game on, game fans. We'll see you in the next video. Hey, game fans. Today we're going to take a quick look at the actual finished product for some of the Warcradle Studios Wild West Exodus minis. These are the contents of our good friend, the Gunfight at Red Oak starter set, and we'll take a look at them so you can see what they look like. I got one boo-boo I need to fix on one of these minis before I actually get ready to paint them, but we'll take a look at these so that you can see them up close and see what they look like once they're assembled. Now, these are a pair of canine gun dogs. As you can see, one of them's been equipped with the Liberty Gatling gun, the other one's got the flamethrower attached. In the back is Doc Holliday, up front is Frank James. Then we've got a pair of canine attack dogs. Which, as you can see, the barks are quite nice. Now, if you were to buy the canine attack dogs box, you would get 2 of these. Same with the canine gun dogs box. Then we've got the motorcycle, and I'll dig out what that looks like after we're all done. As you can see, the rider is not attached yet, so that I can pull him off to paint the bike and the rider separately. Then we've got the rocket sled, also with a separate rider. And then over here we've got Frank James, or not Frank, then we've got Jesse James and Wyatt Earp. As you can see by that glaring gash in the back of Jesse's coat, I need to fix that with some green stuff before I actually get the model ready to paint. But as you can see, these are the guys. This is what they look like after they're assembled. Now, just to give you a scale size idea, this is a standard GW Cultist model. So they're a little bigger, especially since those are both in a crouch position. But as you can see, compared to one of the attack dogs, they're what we've got going. And those are the boys. Now again, this all comes in one distinct Gunfight at Red Oak starter set. The entire box comes in plastic, which is kind of a nice change of pace if you're used to working with plastic. You shouldn't have any problems working with these guys. They took me about 2.5 hours over 3 or 4 days to put together once I finally sat down to do them. The parts fit together very easily. There's not a lot of work you need to do to make things fit. The mold lines on them are very easy to take care of. As you can see, there's not a lot of mold lines on anything that's over here. And like I said, I screwed up when I put Jesse's coat on, and that's where we got to the situation we're in with that. And like I said, I'll fix that with some green stuff before I get him ready to paint. And that is the Gunfight at Red Oak models assembled. I'll put up the video I have, first half of the video, which is an unboxing for what's in the box. This is what they look like when they're done, well, when they're assembled. Hopefully in a few weeks, maybe a month, we'll have what they look like painted video for you guys to look at, and we will catch up with you again next time. If you like what we do, feel free to like us. If you really like what we do, you can subscribe. We will see you guys next time. Game on, game fans.